Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our today's topic is interconversion of energy. So in this unit, we have discussed about work and the conditions for work. So according to physics, work done is equal to the product of force and distance covered in the direction of force. And the second term is energy, which is the ability of a body to do work. That is called energy. So this topic is also related to the energy. So how energy can be converted from one form to another form, and what will happen to the total energy of a system or a body when it changes from one form to another form. So this is the question जिसके बारे में आप इस टॉपिक में डिस्कस करेंगे. So first of all, what is meant by kinetic energy? So here, kinetic energy is the energy which is possessed by a body due to its motion. It's called kinetic energy. So when an object is in state of motion or it is moving with some velocity, then it possessed kinetic energy. Its mathematical form is half mv square, where m is the mass of object which is moving and v is the velocity of that moving object. So this kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. If body is at rest, then its velocity is 0. So if v is equal to 0, then according to above equation, there will be no kinetic energy in that object. यानी अगर एक ऑब्जेक्ट रेस्ट पे है, रेस्ट की स्टेट में है, तो उसकी वेलोसिटी 0 होगी, और अगर वेलोसिटी 0 है तो उस ऑब्जेक्ट की काइनेटिक एनर्जी भी 0 होगी. So this type of energy possessed by a body which is in state of motion. There would be no kinetic energy if object is in state of rest. The second type is the gravitational potential energy. So gravitational potential energy is the amount of energy which is possessed by a body due to its position or by virtue of its position in gravitational field. It is called gravitational potential energy. The energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position in gravitational field is called gravitational potential energy. इसमें आप ये words use कर सकते हैं due to its position or by virtue of its position in gravitational field is called gravitational potential energy. For example, there is an object whose mass is m, and that object is at some height h from the surface of earth, then its potential energy would be mgh, where m is the mass of object, g is the acceleration due to gravity, or it is also called gravitational acceleration, whose value on the surface of earth is approximately 10 meters per second square, and h is the height of that object from the surface of earth. So here earth's surface is considered as reference. So if there is an object which is present on the surface of earth, then its potential energy will be taken as 0. But if the same object is present at some height h from the surface of earth, then it has potential energy equal to mgh. So both, whether it is kinetic energy or gravitational potential energy, they have same unit, that is joule. So joule is the unit of kinetic energy and the potential energy. Now, what is meant by the conversion and the conservation of energy? So you must remember that there are different forms of energy. For example, kinetic energy, potential energy, heat is a form of energy, light energy, electrical energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy. So these are different forms of energy. And these types of energy, these forms of energy are interconvertible. So one thing you must remember, that energy can neither be created nor destroyed in any process. कोई भी change take place हो रही है तो energy ना ही create हो पाएगी और ना ही आप energy को destroy कर सकते हैं, but it can only be changed from one form to another form. आप सिर्फ एनर्जी को एक फॉर्म से दूसरी फॉर्म में चेंज कर सकते हैं, ना ही एनर्जी क्रिएट की जा सकती है और ना ही एनर्जी को डिस्ट्रॉय किया जा सकता है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी, or it is also called the principle of conservation of energy. The total energy will remain same. किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट की टोटल एनर्जी कांस्टेंट रहेगी, ना आप इसको क्रिएट कर सकते हैं ना डिस्ट्रॉय किया जा सकता है. इट ओनली कैन बी चेंज फ्रॉम वन फॉर्म टू another form. So there are different examples in which we can prove that the total energy of a body in a process remains constant. For example, a diver on a springboard. So when a diver jumps on the diving board, so there is a different form of transformation of energy from one form to another form. First of all, there is a chemical energy which is stored in the body of that person. ये उसके अंदर chemical energy stored है और वो इस chemical energy को use करता है उस diving board पर jump करने के लिए. So when he compressed that diving board, then elastic tensile energy will store in that diving board. उस डाइविंग बोर्ड के अंदर इलास्टिक टेंशियल एनर्जी में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगी. और जैसे ही ये डाइविंग बोर्ड अपवर्ड मूव करता है, देन द इलास्टिक टेंशियल एनर्जी स्टोर्ड इन दैट डाइविंग बोर्ड विल चेंज टू काइनेटिक एनर्जी एंड द पर्सन विल बी एबल टू जंप अपवर्ड. So this is the transformation of energy from one form to another form, but during this whole process, the total energy will remain same. Similarly, in second example, a cyclist which is going up to the top of hill. तो यहाँ पर भी आप सेम ऐसी ही ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन ऑफ एनर्जी को नोटिस कर सकते. So when the cyclist is moving upward, so energy in and energy out. So what is meant by the energy in and energy out? यहाँ आप देखें कि while moving upward, its potential energy is increasing, but its kinetic energy is decreasing. At the maximum height, जब वो top of the hill मौजूद है, then it has maximum gravitational potential energy because this is the maximum height from the surface of earth. So it has maximum gravitational potential energy. So while moving downward, again its kinetic energy increases, but there is a decrease in its potential energy. So this energy transformation also occurs in this process, but the total energy will remain same. Third example is the burning of fuels such as oil, coal, or wood. So these fuels contain chemical energy in them. ये उनके अंदर स्टोर होगी, chemical energy होगी, but during this burning process, this chemical energy will change to heat energy as well as light energy. So the total amount of energy will remain same. So this is also the transformation of energy from one form to another form. Connecting a battery to a filament lamp. कि जब आप एक बैटरी को एक फिलामेंट लैंप के साथ कनेक्ट करते हैं, then suppose this is an electric circuit which consists of an electric lamp, a switch, and a battery. So on closing the switch, जब आप स्विच क्लोज करेंगे तो जो इलेक्ट्रिक लैंप है या जो फिलामेंट लैंप है वो ऑन होगा, ग्लो होगा. इस दौरान जो चेंजेस टेक प्लेस हो रही हैं, दे आर this battery or cell has a chemical energy. उसमें केमिकल एनर्जी स्टोर है उस सेल के अंदर. लेकिन जब आप इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट कंप्लीट करेंगे तो इस क्लोज्ड सर्किट में केमिकल एनर्जी चेंज हो जाएगी इनटू इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी, and then electrical energy changes to heat energy as well as light energy. So this is also an example of transformation of energy from one form to another form, and during these process the total energy of the system or the process or the body will remain same. Similarly, there is also an interconversion between potential energy and the kinetic energy. और सेम यहाँ पर भी आप इसको नोट कर सकते हैं, interconversion of potential energy and kinetic energy. Again, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it can only be transferred from one form to another form. आप इसको सिर्फ convert कर सकते हैं. Total energy will remain same. So let here ET is the total amount of energy, and EP is the potential energy, whereas EK is the kinetic energy. So this total amount of energy will remain same or constant, and it can be proved in these examples. For example, if a simple pendulum is oscillating about its mean position. So here, this point A, this is the mean position of this oscillating simple pendulum. Whereas the position B and position C, these are extreme positions. यहाँ B और C extreme positions है, where A is the mean position. So during its oscillation, आप note करते हैं कि when it reaches to point B and point C, it has some height from the surface of earth or ground. So due to this change in its position, due to this height, its potential energy also changes. So we can prove at extreme position, it has maximum potential energy, that is mgh. So this is the maximum potential energy equal to mgh at extreme position, whether it is B or C. But since it is at rest at this position, so its kinetic energy is 0. So the total energy at this point becomes mgh. When it moves to its mean position, कि जब ये मूव करता हुआ अपनी मीन पोजीशन पे आएगा, so at this mean position, its total energy is again the sum of its potential energy and kinetic energy, but this time it has maximum kinetic energy, and this maximum kinetic energy would be equal in value to the maximum potential energy, that is mgh. Hence its total energy again at mean position is mgh. लेकिन आप नोट करेंगे कि at extreme position it was the maximum potential energy, but at mean position now it is kinetic energy. So during this oscillation, energy changes from one form to another form, but the total energy remains constant. In this example, there is a car which is moving on this path. So at the bottom of the hill, at this position, it has zero gravitational potential energy. So at the top of the hill, this car has maximum gravitational potential energy. At this position, there is maximum gravitational potential energy. As it runs downhill, जब ये नीचे की तरफ मूव करेगी, then its potential energy decreases, but its kinetic energy increases. So at this point, it has maximum kinetic energy due to its maximum velocity. So during this whole process, we can say that the loss in potential energy appears as gain in its kinetic energy. कि जब ये कार उस टॉप हिल से, यानी टॉप ऑफ द हिल उस पॉइंट से इस बॉटम तक आती है, तो इस दौरान इसकी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी लूज हो रही है. सो देयर इज अ लॉस इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, जबकि इसकी काइनेटिक एनर्जी में मुसलसल इजाफा नोट किया जाता है. Hence there is a gain in kinetic energy, and this loss in potential energy is equal to gain in kinetic energy. कि जितनी potential energy में कमी आएगी, उतनी ही value उसकी kinetic energy में add हो जाएगी. So during this whole process, the total energy of the system remains same, but it changes from one form to another form. In the last, how can we calculate the efficiency of the system? So efficiency is actually the ratio of useful energy output to the total energy input. कि हम एक सिस्टम को टोटल एनर्जी कितनी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं और आउटपुट में हम कितनी एनर्जी हासिल कर रहे हैं, इनकी जो रेशियो होगी, दैट इज एफिशिएंसी ऑफ द सिस्टम, एंड इट कैन बी रिटन एज यूजफुल आउटपुट एनर्जी over the total input energy. So this ratio is known as efficiency of the system. For example, 25 joule of energy appears as useful movement energy of car out of every 100 joule of chemical energy that is put into the car. कि कार में जितनी आप 100 जॉल ऑफ केमिकल एनर्जी जो पेट्रोल की सूरत में अगर कार में ऐड करते हैं तो उस 100 जॉल में से सिर्फ 25 जॉल आपको आउटपुट के तौर पे मिल रही है. सो हियर द यूजफुल amount of energy is 25 joule, but the total energy provided is 100 joule. So wasted amount of energy is 75. This amount of energy is wasted, 75 joule. Hence the efficiency becomes useful output energy is 25 and the total input energy is the 100 multiplied by 100%. So the efficiency of this system, this car is 25% only. क्योंकि इसमें 75% तो जाया हो रही है, वो वेस्टेड अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी है, सिर्फ 100 जॉल में से 25 यूज की जा रही. So this is the efficiency of car. Thank you.